we're going to go ahead and check your study guide. So go ahead and open your study guide. If you have not done this yet, please pause the video, go back to the Daily Digest, and try this first. If you're finished, let's go ahead and check our vocabulary first. Two lines that intersect to form a 90-degree angle, those are called perpendicular lines. So remember, intersecting lines form angles, but perpendicular lines form right angles. Two lines that are always the same distance apart and never intersect are parallel lines. A part of a line with a starting point but no end point is a ray. Remember, a ray is written like this. We have our 2 points, but it goes on forever in one direction. The point where 2 rays meet, remember we had my first ray, I have a second ray here. This point in the middle is called the vertex. A part of a line that has points on both ends, remember this would mean there's points on both ends. This is called a line segment. Let's go ahead and classify our angles. Remember, don't worry about here being able to use the protractor because we're not going to be able to use the protractor on our online quiz. So here, if I'm classifying my angles, if I have NCP here, this angle would be acute. So I know that it's not a right angle because it does not have that square inside there. So it's less than 90 degrees. So I'm going to write acute. My next one, angle DCE. So I'm going to highlight it, DCE here. This one is also much less than 90 degrees. So I'm going to write acute as well. My next angle DCA. So I'm going to retrace over DCA. Remember, the vertex is always the letter that goes in the middle. This one I can see does have the square inside of it. So this one is a right angle. And my last one here, angle ECN. So let's find angle ECN here. Now it looks close to a straight line, but notice it's a little curved on one side here. So this one here would be obtuse. My next one says, how do I find angle measures that are complementary? Remember, a complement is the right thing to do. So these add up to 90 degrees. So if I have one angle that's 25 degrees, if I drew in a little 25 degrees, how can I figure out what the complementary angle would equal? Hopefully you all did your subtraction, 90 minus our 25 to get 65 degrees for its complement. My next one, if the angle is 76 degrees, I'm going to do the same thing. 90 minus 76 gives me 14 degrees for its complement. My next part here, how do I find my supplementary angles? I need to figure out, right, that supplementary add up to 180. So you could have written subtract from 180. Same way up here, you would have said subtract from 90. So if I have an angle here that's 25 degrees, what's its supplement? what are we going to do? We need to subtract 180 minus my 25 here gives me a measurement of 155 degrees. On my next one, if the angle is 176 degrees, again, what angle is supplementary to it? I'm going to do my subtraction and I get 4 degrees. Let's come down here and take a look. Remember, these are my vertical angles, so you could think of it two ways. Remember, this is a straight line here. So on my straight line, I have 180 degrees. So if I need to find, let's just call this angle A in here, I'm going to do 180 minus 127. And now we get not 100, just 53 degrees when I do my subtraction here. So if this is 55 degrees, then think about it. Now I'm going to move my line this way. If this is 53 in here, instead of my A there, now this would have to equal 127. Because on this whole line is how many degrees, everybody? 180. So also you can look at what we notice. My vertical angles are always going to be congruent, the same. So you could have done your math or you could have just looked to see there. My next one, if this whole thing is 90, remember, just like we did up top, I just need to do my subtraction here. Once I do my subtraction, I can see this has to be 28 degrees there. Now let's check our last one here. If I need to find this missing angle measurement, it even tells me the whole line is 180. If this is 75 and this is 25, I'm going to add those together first to get 100. And 180 minus 100, I get 80 degrees for my missing measurement. Okay, hopefully you all did well on that study guide. Remember, your summative quiz will be in Canvas Monday morning. Thank you.